All right, this is just a quick March update. I'll be honest, not a lot has happened this month. It's been a very busy month for myself and my friend that's been helping me, Gareth, with work shifts and me going on stag do's and different things. So not a great deal has happened, but one big job has happened. I think the last video I did show that we were starting to strip paint off. We've gone through, sanded all of it, all the body of the car. We filled in, got like loads of dents. Refilled in the old filler cap that you can't really tell now, up around the top of this back scuttle. Had quite a lot as well. A few dings and bits that were in it. I have left one dent. I just didn't know where to begin with even trying to pop that out with the way the roll cage moves and stuff. I was more worried that if we started it would look a lot worse. That dent's got its own story of a little car accident I once had a few years ago, involving it ending up on its roof. But it's a bit of a battle wound. It's got a story, and to be honest, it's a really good elbow sort of gap when you're leaning on the side of the car. Also, you can balance a can of beer on it as well, which is quite useful. So the one big job, as you can see, we have now painted it. So after sanding and all that rubbish, completely primed the car. Well, I say completely, ignore this door, I just haven't taken it off yet. We have stopped just here. We haven't done the front scuttle yet. There is a hole on that other corner of the window that I need to decide what I'm going to do with it. But yes, we've painted the rest of the car this nice shade of grey, which I'm loving. It's looking fantastic. We have started doing some sanding on it just to see what a bit of 400 grit and 800 grit would do, just knock it down a bit. I was a bit heavy-handed, as you can see. So probably going to go with sort of, it's going to get a run of probably 800, maybe a bit of 4, maybe a bit of 8, and then have another coat put on it, just to finish it off, and then obviously get onto the polishing it up. Try and, I don't quite want a shiny car, but just to make it look good. Obviously all the panels are ready to rumble. So got a lot aiming for next month. Both me and my friend Gareth have got a fair few weekends off together. We're planning to pour a load of time into this. The goal is to have all the windows in by the end of April. I wouldn't mind having all the panels on the car, or at least the back ones at minimum, so I can have the back lights wired in, testing lights and stuff. Front ones probably won't go on yet, just due to other jobs still happening. The gearbox is in. It would seem it was a bit of a weird one, trying to work out how things go back together after taking them apart a little while ago. So that's in, along with the spare engine, just so we can get some mounting references, make sure everything's in the right positions, so we could get measurements for the prop shaft. So I need to call up a prop shaft company this week. Well, this week's almost over. I need to call up a prop shaft company, is the moral of the story, and get a quote, or basically get them to start making it. I'm hoping that both ends will be sort of off the shelf. I don't really know how prop shaft companies work. Because obviously the gearbox is CH350 fitment, which should be pretty standard, and back axle being Volvo 240. That's the one I'm most worried about. But worst comes to the worst, I will measure up all the diameters of the fitting and get something drawn up on the CAD and make a thing, you know, a flange. That's the word. Get a flange made. Everything's got a great coating of dust now, so that is moving forward. Tonight I've been making some brake lines. The front two brakes, this one is just a bit more dangled at the moment. He's waiting for a bit more love. Why have I stopped? Oh, I know where I stopped, I'll show you. This side is a bit more complete with ends on both. So where I'm stuck is the fittings in 1, 2, 3, 4. They are slightly different to my 5th fitting that I've just taken out of the box, a brand new fitting. So I need to work out why that is. It seems longer. these ones don't seem to have these ones don't seem to have sort of an end. I'd call it like a shank on the end. Is that what it would be? I don't know. I'll pop them out. So it's quite cool, really. Comes down, goes round, some roll cage bits or roll bar bits, whatever you want to call them, chassis bits, to a bulkhead coupling that's dangling right there at the moment. We'll go out. So if you see on the end here, the other fittings don't have this flat end bit on them. Also, why I haven't flared the end of this pipe yet, because this is in sort of limbo. So I need to find out why that is, or if my friend Cole, who helped me start the brakes, if he dug them out of his own sort of box. So that's something to look at before I start flaring ends. This one's ready for me to make a bit of a steel bracket to support him. And I'm wondering if I can get away with running then a rubber hose straight from here up to go straight into the caliper. He doesn't seem to be coming into contact with anything. He runs close to this what the word of that is. This mount. Well, I've kind of forgotten the words now. Full of cold. Wishbone. Let's call it a wishbone. It comes close to this, but obviously that distance will never ever change because those things are always going to be running together. So if we never get closer to it, I do wonder if I can get a sort of maybe a 90-degree fitting straight off it, but that'll be something I might inquire about this week at work. See if something like that could happen or could be done. But I think that might be the most straightforward way to get those done. I need to measure up the back hose as well, but I'm thinking I'll get all the hoses done at the same time. That's something I'm just doing in my spare time, really, doing those bits whilst I'm out here on my own. I might re-lift at the engine, just give him a little jiggle. He's not sat in one of the bolt holes very well on his. He's sat really well on this mount, but that mount on the other side, for some reason, isn't sat so great. So you do with a bit of a jiggle. I'm gonna put the exhaust back on as well, just to make sure nothing else I've fitted to this car is coming into contact with it, and so we can then fit a new wiper motor on the other side, because that one's still abandoned there. To be honest, I've got a long list of stuff I need to order, but yeah, majority bodywork's done. Paint is going on. Hopefully second coat should happen early parts of next week, and then we start cutting it back, make it look good, and yeah, you might get somewhere. The goal has always been, well, the goal this year has always been to try and get the car running for the 1st of July, so I could take it to the Morris Minor Nationals. But I'm coming to the realisation that it's probably not going to actually physically drive there, but we're going to keep the pressure up and keep cracking on with it. It'd be amazing if it runs, but it'll go to the Morris Minor Nationals. It'll probably have to go on the car trailer, but I'd like to go and actually show it off. I'd have thought when it goes out it should actually have all its panels on and look like a complete car, if nothing else. Yeah, I don't think of much else to say, but it's looking good. I need to whip that door off. That was another job I was meant to do tonight. It'll look quite good without that door on. Might look like some progress has happened. Yeah, I'm just trying to think what needs to be done. Yeah, for the doors I just need to, the doors are ready to rumble. They're both sat, they're all sat over here, all the panels are. They just need the same notch cutting in them as I made for this handle, and they'll be ready to go. But yeah, that's it for this month, I'm afraid. Hopefully next month there'll be a lot more progress and it'll look cool. That's the goal anyway. Right, take it easy.